This video outlines the CAST project plan for the official compliance review related to the Gallagher case. The focus is on regulatory response and corrective action for detention facilities. The Corrective Action Support Team, or CAST, is a specialized multidisciplinary body. Unlike standard inspectors, CAST provides direct support for remediation while maintaining absolute oversight accountability in failing detention facilities. The CAST lifecycle involves 3 key stages: a trigger, which is an allegation of systemic failure, an audit, comparing self-audit with an investigative eye, and remediate, which is the execution of the corrective action plan. The CAST philosophy rests on support and enforcement. Support involves providing technical expertise, while enforcement focuses on removing bad actors. Transparency is maintained through reports that bypass local commands, going directly to the DODIG level. Intervention is triggered by red line violations, such as allegations of command pressure, denial of counsel, or safety breaches. In the Gallagher case, the SNAP directive was the primary regulatory trigger for CAST deployment. Phase 1 of the project is the commander's self-audit. The audit of the SNAP directive requires an internal review of all weekly Monday briefing minutes. The goal is to identify directives that encouraged guards to target the prisoner or achieve a mental breakdown. Search log forensics involves a quantitative audit of strip search frequency compared to the pod average. It also targets searches conducted by specific personnel and looks for a lack of documented security suspicion. The self-audit must track administrative obstruction by analyzing the, quote, grievance loop. It assesses whether complaints go to the counselor being complained about and identifies intentional delays or dismissals of request slips. Phase 2 of the project involves the deployment of an independent audit team. The independent squad selection includes a JAG subject matter expert in law of war, a medical SME for detention health, and a corrections SME knowledgeable about ACA safety standards. The investigation of command pressure involves the external CAST team interviewing junior guards to bypass command influence. The objective is to confirm NCIS-led directives to psychologically snap the subject, a violation of DOD 2310.01e. The investigation of gunny conduct focuses on the abuse of rank during pretrial naked searches. This includes the use of punitive searches and verbal provocation to justify UCMJ charges. The team will investigate rights denials by auditing denied requests for counsel and medical care. Evidence will be gathered on administrative black holes, where the prisoner's slips were ignored or mocked. Independent verification of the trap allegation will check if complaints against the counselor went directly to her. This resulted in the prisoner being shamed and told his lawyer visit would be delayed due to complaining. The investigation of safety and commingling involves risk mapping, comparing the Tier 1 operator with the general population. This breach of ACA classification standards demonstrates institutional negligence and a safety failure. An investigation into the hospital gown protocol revealed that children were forced to wear gowns. This maltreatment blames the family for classification failures, violating humane treatment standards. The ACA Correctional Standard Review identified violations. These include abusive searches, staff harassment and abuse, and a compromised or retaliatory grievance process. The DoD Detention Policy Review highlights that DoD Directive 2310.01e requires humane treatment and protection from insults. The directed psychological snapping is a direct failure of this policy. Mapping to the Geneva Convention Article 13 shows that prisoners must be protected from insults and public curiosity. Public mockery of a prisoner directly violates the standard for detainee dignity. UCMJ Article 93 mapping shows SNCO violations during searches and command violations for directing psychological cruelty. Maltreatment is punishable via general court-martial. Phase 3 involves the development and execution of the Corrective Action Plan, or CAP. The root cause analysis identifies command influence. Since staff performed illegally based on directives, corrective action must target the source of the directive, not just the junior guards. Personnel actions under the CAP include relief for cause for the brig commander and SNCO gunny, termination for the counselor, and UCMJ referral for relevant charges. Operational process overhauls mandate recording of all strip searches and establishing a bypass system where request slips go directly to a digital log. Custodians are also prohibited from attending prosecution meetings. Housing and classification reform includes the immediate separation of elite forces from general population to prevent commingling risks. Standard humane visitation, including physical contact with family members, must be restored. The CAP calls for the installation of an independent ombudsman oversight, external to command. All pre-trial grievances must go directly to this office via a sealed digital portal, correcting the grievance trap. Phase 4 focuses on the implementation and sustainability of the corrective actions. Implementation includes force-wide recertification, requiring all personnel to complete 40 hours of training on Geneva Convention rights and DoD 2310.01e. Emphasis must be placed on "custodial neutrality." Monitoring protocols will ensure sustainability through unannounced CAST spot checks, biweekly search data log audits, and independent private inmate interviews. Facility recertification milestones include removing all bad actor personnel, achieving 100% staff training completion, and an ACA audit score above 95%. The final gate is the handover to new permanent leadership. The confinement of the chief revealed systemic command corruption and a breakdown of detention standards. The CAST project plan corrects the record and ensures pre-trial detention is not used for psychological warfare. This concludes the final review of Project CAST Gallagher. Thank you. The following slides list the image sources used in this video. These are additional image sources used in this video. This slide completes the image sources for this video.